Hey, it's Grady at Twin Creek Audio, and today I'm going to adjust the reel table height on one of the reels on my Teac 88 vintage 8-track half-inch analog tape machine. I've had the 88 for several years now, and I've also had this Tascam M-35 for several years now. I've never used both of these together, and the manual for the M-35 actually mentions the 88 and talks about how to set up the 88 and the M-35 to be used together. Now, I've used the M-35 in previous videos with the Fostex R8, so you might want to check those out. I've also made several videos with the 88, including a how-to video on how to run it. So make sure to check those videos, because today what I'm going to do is adjust the reel table height on the take-up side. I guess it moved a little bit after I moved from the old studio to this studio, and actually my dad had it for a while too. So I need to adjust this reel table height to make sure that the tape is not rubbing on the flanges on either side. So I already have my Teac 88 sitting up here on this kind of built-in thing underneath the window, this box, and it's already connected to the Tascam M-35. So what I would like to do is turn this sideways so I can take the side panel off of the right-hand side of the tape machine and get to the set screws and loosen those so I can adjust the reel table height. So I'm going to turn this sideways rather than moving this and having to disconnect everything. I can turn this sideways. I'm going to show you this real quick. These side panels are not the original ones. My dad actually made these for this machine when he had it not long ago, and they look really nice. He even has these routed out to fit over the pins here, just like the original panel. I only had one of the panels when I first got this machine, so my dad did an excellent job on that. Also used a screwdriver instead of a drill, so that I don't strip any of the screws out that are used to mount the panel to the machine. You can see the little set screws. You've got two of those here on this reel table. So I need to loosen both of these and then try to set the height of this reel. It needs to come out just a little bit so that it lines up down here with these guides. This is a 2mm Allen or hex key, and you need one like this that's pretty long. This is just from Harbor Freight, so it's not an expensive one or anything. And so that's what you need to loosen these little set screws here. Now you can see that's loose and it slides in and out on the shaft. So now I'm going to get a reel of tape. It's probably not the scientific way to do it, but I'm going to get a reel of tape and put on this reel hub right here so that I can see how the tape aligns with this guide. Just using a partial reel of tape that's already been wound onto the take-up side, and I'm just going to use this piece of scrap tape. Go ahead and lock the reel onto the hub pretty good, like it's going to be in use. And then we can run this kind of through here and see where our alignment needs to be on this reel. I'm just pulling some of the slack out of this tape to see where this guide goes when it has more tension on it from the tape. And it looks like we need to come out a little tiny bit with the reel, not too much, because then it's just going to rub on the other hub. So with this guide up in this position, I'm going to try and adjust this where we don't have any binding on the tape on either side. Well, at least minimal binding. I mean, this isn't perfect because you're going to have maybe a reel that's a little bent or something's not exactly right. So we just want to get pretty close and we should be okay. And that right there looks pretty good. So now I'm just going to tighten these two set screws back down on this reel without bumping the reel into a different position. And tighten those back up. Once that's flexing a little bit, then you're good and tight. Let's go ahead and put the side panel back on and throw a reel of tape on it and see if it's working better now. And that is a whole lot better. So I think I got the reel table heights on the take-up side of my Teac 88 adjusted a lot better. Now it's not perfect, or it's not going to be perfect in every single case, because reels of tape, or the reels that the tape is on rather, are kind of different. This Scotch reel is a little bit heavier, but also slightly more narrow than this newer reel from ATR Magnetics. This is lighter and a little bit wider. So there are variations on the different kinds of reels that you might be using with your tape machine, so that's just going to be normal. I think I have my Teac 88 adjusted to be within a range where I can use all of my different tape types with it and have minimal tape rub on the reels. I'm also really excited because now I can use my Teac 88 with the Tascam M-35. But that's going to be in a future video. I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. But I do have both of these machine on so you can see the lovely glowing amber VU meters. So I'm going to leave you with that after I turn out the lights. And I hope everyone out there has an excellent and wonderful day, night, evening, weekend, weekday, hour, minute, second, nanosecond. Whatever it is you're having, have a good one. Thanks so much for watching.